Over the past 100 years, we have made great progress in fighting illness and disease. But recently, a new disease has been causing great suffering. The disease is called AIDS. There is as yet no cure or vaccine for AIDS. But there are some simple and effective measures we can take to protect ourselves, as you will see in the tale that I am to tell you. It takes place in an infinitely small world, invisible to the naked eye, a world you can only see through a microscope, the world of diseases. In our world of diseases, just as in the human world, there are villages and towns where diseases live, or rather, where the germs that cause them live. Our tale, my friends, unfolds in a village called Contaminobo. The chief of this village is from the powerful Tuberculosis family.
Take that, white blood cell!
There are many families in the village. The Polios, the measles, the malarias, the hepatitises, and also the STDs, the sexually transmitted diseases, such as syphilis and gonorrhea. And of course, there's the diarrhea family.
These past years have been years of terrible misfortune at Contaminobo. We're all scared. One of our illustrious families, smallpox, has been completely wiped out. The discovery of vaccines threatens the survival of others like polio.
But then, one day, a stranger arrived and asked to speak to the chief. The stranger and Chief Tuberculosis spent the entire night in discussion.
Good people of Contaminobo, welcome! Excuse me? Yes, welcome to the courtyard of Chief Tuberculosis, whose cruelty has made him one of the greatest diseases.
People of Contaminobo, disease be with you. We are gathered here in order to talk about the aggressive projects of humans. Down with them! Because they're waging a real war against us. Humans, through their health campaigns, they're plotting our eradication. But don't be afraid. The end of your suffering is nigh. Here present, come among us for the well-being of diseases and the downfall of humanity. His Royal Heinous, the catastrophic Overlord! The Overlord AIDS!
Disease be with you. I have come to place at your disposal my power. Humanity must pay for all the trouble they cause us.
Overlord AIDS, words are all well and good, but what we need now is action. The current situation is disastrous. My family has fewer and fewer victims to its credit.
Microbe Polio, I understand your anxiety and concern, but the end of the tunnel is near. Before sharing my plan of action with you, I invite the STDs, the sexually transmitted diseases, to come and be my assistants. You and I will do terrible things together, my friends. Hold this for me. Here's my ingenious strategy for attacking humans. Let's begin with the ways I can get into their bodies. There's the blood route, the sexual route, and finally the route from mother to her child. The blood route is the direct contact between a healthy person's blood and blood I've already infected. By means of cutting instruments, like razors, needles, or blades. Yes, microbe malaria.
Overlord AIDS, can my friend Mosquito help you to infect human beings?
Microbe malaria, I admire your eagerness, but unfortunately, human beings cannot catch the AIDS virus from mosquitoes. And then there's the sexual route. When a human being has unprotected sexual intercourse with someone I've already infected, he or she offers me the opportunity to invade, and I know I can count on you, STDs, to make my invasion easy.
You're real smooth talker, speeches, but there's nothing really new in what you're saying. Once inside a human being's body, what do you do then?
I've come to the conclusion that the human being survives only thanks to his body's defense system. For example, the white blood cells that travel around his blood, killing your brother and sister germs. The destruction of these defenses is my specialty. Once I have broken them down, the human being becomes vulnerable.
Yes, that immune system is a constant nightmare.
You can follow and install yourselves peacefully in its midst and bring about his death in the short or the long term. People will say AIDS is just taking another victim. But in reality, it's you, the victors.
Overlord AIDS, has man who considers himself the most intelligent creature come up with no way of stopping you?
Well, the only way to avoid me is prevention. Humans should never use cutting instruments if they've already been used or not sterilized. If they have sex, they must be faithful to each other or use condoms. But between you and me, do you think human beings will be able to follow these simple rules?
People of Contaminobo, let no word of what was said today about prevention leave the village.
Well, dear friends, let every one of you be ready. Microbe Diarrhea will call you, and then we will triumph. I must go now. Work to
So, now you and I have spied on this important meeting of the diseases, I hope that you know what to do to avoid the AIDS virus. Share this information with those around you, with your friends and your families, so they can avoid AIDS. And give your support to those who are already infected. Together, we can put an end to the AIDS epidemic. Who is more clever, AIDS or us?